May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord. The title of my presentation is Fire for the World. Everybody say, Fire for the World. And let me begin with a story. My wife, Jeng, is here. Ayan si Jeng. You can't see her. Nahiyain po siya. Many years ago, it was Mother's Day. Nag-isip ako ng magandang regalo sa misis ko. I've tried many things already, but I couldn't think of one thing that I could give her on that day. And I said to myself, for her to know na talagang mahal ko siya, I'm going to do something really crazy. Everybody say crazy. You know what I did? What I did was this. I decided the word starts with C, ends with K. 4 letters lang. Everybody say cook. You can make me preach in front of 8,000 people, but don't ever make the mistake of making Bobby cook for you. It's a tragedy of the greatest proportions. But I said, for her to realize that I really love her, I will do something really crazy. So ang ginawa ko po, on the morning of Mother's Day, bumili po ako nung, ready-to-cook hotcakes. At ang aga-aga nagluto po ako, at nung naluto ko na, alam niyo po yung unang hotcake na naluto ko? Pag nakita niyo, kikilabutan ka. Para po siyang may sariling buhay, maglalakad mag-isa. Kaya ang ginawa ko po, yung mga mas magandang hotcake, nilagay ko sa taas. Finally, at 6 a.m., ginising ko yung misis ko with a tray on hand. Meron akong hotcake and bacon at meron akong juice. Sabi ko, sweetheart, happy Mother's Day. Tumingin siya sa akin, nakangiti siya at sinabi niya, niyakap niya ako at sinabi niya, you're the greatest cook in the world. Sa loob-loob ko, tikman mo muna. And finally, when she ate it, inobserbahan ko yung mukha niya. Aba, nakangiti the whole time. Sabi ko, nasisiraan na yata ng bait ang misis ko. But then, brothers and sisters, many people, when I tell this story, they would say, Bobby, talagang mahal mo yung misis mo. You really love your wife. And I'm quick to correct them. You know what I say? I say to them, yes, I love my wife, but the reason I'm able to do crazy things for her, it's because she loved me first. Brothers and sisters, those who don't know me, I used to be into campus violence. I used to be into heavy drinking. I used to be into promiscuous sex before the Lord came into my life. But when I married my wife, she did not even look at my past. All she knew was the man saved by Jesus Christ. Yes, you can clap for her. Alam niyo po, minsan tayo ganun kay Lord. I will evangelize because I really love the Lord. I will go on mission because I really love the Lord. But brothers and sisters, lest we forget, while it's true that we love God, brothers and sisters, we should never forget that we are able to do crazy things for God, not because we loved Him, but because He loved us first. Amen? And that's why in the Bible it says, let's have the PowerPoint. 2 Corinthians 5:14, everybody read it please. The love of Christ compels us. Pwede mo bang kilitiin yung katabi mo? Yeah. Tingnan mo. Kahit anong gwapo nung katabi mo, poise na poise, pag kiniliti mo, walang magagawa, gaganon. Di ba? It compels the person. Tell me this. Kapag kiniliti ka ng pag-ibig ng Diyos, wala kang magagawa, kundi mahalin rin siya. Amen? Palakpakan natin ang Panginoon, brothers and sisters. And that's what you saw. That's what we saw during the second segment. Men and women, men who experienced the love of God, and they were compelled to serve Him in return. Brothers and sisters, the love of Christ will compel us to go out of ultra in a few minutes from now, sharing to the world, going on mission, proclaiming God's love, not because we loved Him, but because He loved us first. Palakpakan natin ang Panginoon, brothers and sisters. Question, what is the world? What is this world that we want to go out to? Anong klaseng mundo ito? There was a story. Sino pong mga doktor dito? Please raise your hands. There was a story. Nagdo-doktor-doktoran daw. There was a story of a surgeon. This is a story often used by preachers. There was a story of a surgeon. Sumakay po ng tren yung surgeon. Unfortunately, na-aksidente yung tren. Ang daming patay, ang daming sugatan sa paligid niya. The surgeon, being a doctor, wanted to help. May hinahanap siya sa kanyang bags, pero wala siyang makita. And finally, at the top of his lungs, he shouted, "Where are my instruments? I need my instruments." Brothers and sisters, I believe this afternoon, the Lord is shouting the same words here in Ultra to BCBP, to Familia, to CYA, to Lingkod, to Women for Christ, to all the groups present here today. Where are my instruments? Where are my instruments? I need my instruments. Those who want to volunteer to be an instrument of the Lord, please raise your hand and say amen. Why? Because the world out there have so many broken and wounded people. And the Lord is looking around for instruments, men and women He could send out there to heal a broken world. Our world today is filled with wounded, confused, and hurting people. Who wants to be an instrument of the Lord? Raise your hand. Alam niyo, brothers and sisters, it's so easy to say that until the inconvenience comes. Until it becomes very costly. Tama po ba? I remember one time my wife was telling me this story. Nagmamadali po siya para magbayad ng kanyang tuition when she was studying for masteral in UP. Pasara na yung cashier, mag-aalas 5 na, nagmamadali siya. When she sees a girl, kilala niya yung girl. At alam niya itong girl na to problematic. At anytime, pag kinausap mo itong girl na to, hindi ka natatantanan. Mag-share na ng buhay niya at hindi ka na makakaalis. Nagmamadali ang misis ko para magbayad when she sees the girl. Inconvenient? Yes. And she was tempted not to go to the girl. She was tempted to avoid the girl. You know what happened? She felt in her heart the Lord telling her, talk to that girl. Lord naman, malilate ako sa cashier. Talk to that girl. So with her biggest smile, she looked at the girl and said, "Hi!" And the girl looked at her, "Uy, Ate Jane!" Niyakap siya at nagkwento sa kanya, as usual. You know what happened? The girl said, 5 oras na akong naglalakad sa buong UP. Hindi ko alam ang gagawin ko. Kasi last night, Ate Jeng, I was sexually abused. I was sexually taken advantage of. And today, for the last 5 hours, I've been thinking of a reason why I should not kill myself. I've been thinking of a reason why I should not commit suicide. And when I saw you, I found my reason. Brothers and sisters, the world is wounded. But the question is, does God have instruments who are willing to be inconvenienced, who are willing to do what's costly to bring His love out there? Brothers and sisters, this afternoon, I'd like to share with you 4 ways by which we can bring God's love to a broken world. Handa ka na? Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, humanda ka. Ayan, nananakot pa yung iba, humanda ka. 4 ways to bring God's love to a broken world. The first way, everybody read it please. Find your mission field and be faithful to it. Everybody say, mission field. Hindi nyo po natatanong, many years ago, I was also a basketball varsity player. Ang position ko po, guard forward. Guard the bench, Forward the water. Yan po yung position ko. At alam nyo po, in high school, I was a bench warmer. Sobra po akong bench warmer, hindi ako nakakalaro sa game. Winiwisikan ko na lang yung sarili ko ng tubig para magmukhang pawis. Minsan nga, tinawag ako ng coach, Bobby, ay, excited ako, pahinging tubig. Brothers and sisters, but there was one thing I was good at. I was good at the three-point shot. Three-point shot. One time, close fight. The coach needed somebody to take the three-point shot. He looks at the bench. Bobby looks at him also. And the coach looks at me and says, Bobby, yes, coach. I want you to position yourself here. This is you. Sabi niya, this is you. Position yourself here at the three-point area. Expect to receive the ball. Sure, coach. I was there, game time, waiting for the ball. Stay there. Yes, coach. Stay there. Yes, coach. The ball never came. Sila lang yung nagpasahan. Finally, napagod na ako. I left the spot where I was supposed to be. Finally, they passed the ball. I wasn't there. Out of bounds, turnover, we lost the game. What did the coach say? Bobby, sabi ko, stay there. Ang tagal, coach eh. Doesn't matter. Just stay there. That's your position in the court. That's your role there. Why am I sharing this with you? Everybody say, why? I'm sharing this with you, brothers and sisters, because I believe each one of us has a position in the basketball court of Jesus Christ. And we have to play our part. We have to be there. BCBP, your position in the court is in the position of businessmen and professionals. You're supposed to evangelize businessmen and professionals. Couples for Christ, your position is you're supposed to evangelize couples. Familia, you're supposed to evangelize families. All of us have a position in God's court. Brother Bobby, minsan kasi nakakainip, walang fruits. Nag-CLP kami, 3 lang. Minsan 2 lang, kambal pa. Brother Bobby, nakakainip. Brothers and sisters, the Lord tells you, find your mission field and be faithful to it, because there will come a time the ball will get into your hands and you'll be in a position to make the three-point shot. But if you are not there, the whole team of Christ will suffer and will lose. Amen?